Not every social media update stays as simple as it first appears. Over the past few days, two seemingly ordinary posts from members of the Bates family unexpectedly sparked very different conversations online. Travis Clark became the center of growing speculation after sharing a series of photos from Texas that left fans wondering what his next chapter might look like, while Cabri Bates' lighthearted newlywed Q&A quickly evolved into a much larger discussion about young marriage, faith, and life after saying, "I do." Neither post appeared controversial on the surface, but once screenshots began circulating on Reddit, both stories took on lives of their own as followers started questioning, debating, and reading between the lines in ways the original updates never suggested. Travis was the first to spark conversation after posting a collection of snapshots from what appeared to be a men's retreat or gathering in Texas. The photos showed him and a group of guys jogging across a suspension bridge at sunrise, stopping for food together, posing for a large group picture overlooking the countryside, doing outdoor workouts, and spending time by the water. One image included the caption, "Can't say enough about these last few days. Grateful for the time, conversations, and friendships," suggesting the trip was about much more than simply getting away for a weekend. Although Travis never explained exactly what the gathering was for or who the men were, the post immediately caught Reddit's attention, where curiosity quickly shifted from the photos themselves to what they might reveal about his future. That conversation centered around a thread titled, "What is Travis's plan?" Rather than discussing the scenery or the activities, the original poster used Travis's Instagram story to raise broader questions about where his life might be headed after relocating to Texas. The post wondered whether these new friendships had been formed through family connections, church circles, or something else entirely. It also questioned whether Travis might eventually become a pastor, like members of his family, or return to nursing school to finish the degree he had previously started. The original poster even suggested that nursing seemed like the more practical option, while also questioning how Travis and Katie plan to support their family financially after such a significant move. Once the discussion began, Reddit users quickly expanded those ideas into dozens of theories. Some believed Travis could be positioning himself for ministry opportunities within a large Texas church, while others argued that abandoning nursing altogether would be a mistake, given the stability the career could provide. Financial questions also surfaced repeatedly, with commenters wondering whether social media alone could realistically support their lifestyle, or whether another source of income was quietly being planned. Since Travis himself never addressed any of those topics, nearly every conclusion remained speculative. But that didn't stop people from trying to piece together what they believed might be happening behind the scenes. As expected, the conversation eventually circled back to the controversy that has continued to follow Travis online. Several commenters questioned why he appeared to have so much time to spend building friendships, while Katie was home adjusting to life in Texas with the children. Others wondered whether the people he was spending time with knew about his affair, arguing that rebuilding trust publicly would likely remain one of his biggest challenges, regardless of what career path he chooses. Some comments were openly sarcastic, while others expressed genuine skepticism about whether enough time had passed for people to move beyond what happened. In the end, what started as a positive post celebrating new friendships became less about the trip itself and more about how viewers continue to interpret almost every update through the lens of Travis's past. While Travis's update fueled speculation about his future, Kaybrie Bates found herself generating conversation for an entirely different reason after opening an Instagram Q&A for her followers. Throughout the series of questions, she spoke openly about married life with Warden, shared her Christian testimony, explained why she has not started wearing her wedding band yet, and answered a few lighthearted questions about their favorite things to do together. The overall tone was cheerful, optimistic, and exactly what many people would expect from someone enjoying the first months of marriage. One of the questions asked how married life had been and whether adjusting had been difficult. Kaybrie responded that she absolutely loves being married and admitted the transition had actually been very easy, adding that waking up next to her best friend every morning has been the best part. Another follower asked about her testimony, leading Kaybrie to explain that although she grew up attending church, she didn't truly understand her faith until she was around 16 years old, when she personally accepted Christ and was later baptized. She also clarified that she and Warden had already chosen wedding bands, but planned to begin wearing them during their larger September wedding celebration. When asked about their favorite activity together, she simply replied that they enjoy doing almost anything together, whether watching movies at home or going out for dinner. Those answers were warmly received on Instagram, but the conversation changed dramatically after screenshots appeared in a Reddit thread titled "Another Q&A from the newest Mrs. Bates." Before anyone even discussed Kaybrie's responses, the original poster framed the conversation by joking that she needed to keep engagement high after reaching 18,000 followers. That opening remark immediately shifted the focus away from the Q&A itself and toward speculation about her growing social media presence. The strongest discussion centered on Kaybrie's statement that adjusting to marriage had been easy. Many Reddit users argued that she simply hasn't been married long enough to know what married life is truly like, describing her comments as typical of the honeymoon phase rather than long-term reality. Several pointed out that the biggest challenges often arrive later through finances, careers, children, and unexpected life changes, making them hesitant to place too much weight on such an early perspective. Others, however, defended her optimism, saying there is nothing unusual about newlyweds feeling excited during the first months of marriage. Her explanation about waiting until September to wear her wedding band opened another conversation altogether. Some commenters admitted they were still confused by the timeline of having both an intimate legal ceremony and a larger wedding celebration months later, questioning which event should really be considered the wedding. Meanwhile, her testimony prompted mixed reactions as well. Some appreciated her willingness to openly discuss her faith, while others felt it sounded similar to testimonies commonly shared by people raised in conservative Christian families. Even her answer about enjoying everything with Warden drew criticism from a few users who felt it was too general, although others viewed it as nothing more than a sweet response from a couple still enjoying the excitement of newlywed life. Taken together, the stories surrounding Travis and Kaybrie highlight just how quickly simple social media updates can evolve into much larger conversations. A photo collection celebrating new friendships became the starting point for endless speculation about Travis's future, while an innocent Q&A about married life transformed into a broader debate over youth, faith, and expectations. Neither post appeared designed to spark controversy, yet both served as another reminder that within the Bates family world, it often isn't the updates themselves that generate the biggest headlines. It's the conversations that begin after everyone starts reading between the lines.